This is Transformers Dark of the Moon Leader Class Ironhide. The figure is part of the second wave of leader class figures for the Dark of the Moon toy line. I picked this figure up at our Toys. Here I'm making that clear. I picked it up at our Toys over at Green Hills here in Manila. A little bit. I paid a little bit over the standard retail price for a leader class, but I definitely think it's worth it. If you see this on retail and you decide to pick it up, it is worth every penny, every cent, every centavo you put into this guy. The thing is damn awesome. If you follow me on Twitter, I immediately posted or tweeted that I picked it up because I was so excited to get him. Really just a remarkable figure. This video will focus on the robot mode. We'll do another video on transformation and alt mode. I do apologize for doing a two-part, but I don't want to rush things, and I wanted to show you guys really how wonderful this figure is. So, very cool. Just detail all over. It's got some fantastic gimmicks, pretty decent articulation, great electronics. It's a very, very definitive Ironhide. So, let's stand him up. Okay. Wait. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Alright, and let's hide the weapons for now. Okay. So there, he is approximately, he's a little under 12 inches. He's about 10 and a half, 11 inches. I think. For those of you who've already picked up Wave 1 Leader Class Sentinel Prime, there they are, together. About the same height, definitely not in scale. I think it's very difficult to find figures that are in scale with this figure. But there. For those of you who have leader class Starscream, oh, there he is. He is, yep, definitely a tad bit shorter than the Revenge of the Fallen, Hunt for the Decepticons leader class figures. And those of you who might be wondering, this is Hunt for the Decepticons Battle Blade Bumblebee. I thought they were going to be in scale, but they're not. He will probably be in scale with Human Alliance Bumblebee, which I do apologize I don't have right now because he's just so darn difficult to reach for on my Human Alliance shelf that I didn't even try and get. I do apologize, but he stands about this tall. He'll probably be in great scale with the Human Alliance Bumblebee. If I do get the stealth version, I'll make sure to put them side by side. Okay, very nice. Alright. Articulation, great articulation. He's got a swivel neck. Okay. He's got a ball hinge ratcheting shoulder. He's got a bicep swivel, a hinge elbow, a swivel forearm, no waist articulation. He's got a ball hinge hip that also ratchets. He's got a hinge knee, a ratcheting hinge ankle with a swivel, and some toe articulation. And that's about it. But those are just the necessary, just the enough articulation to really get this guy in really decent poses. I mean, for a leader class figure. His gimmicks, let's start with the electronics. If you push the lever right here, or you push the faceplate down, he's going to say two things. Ironhide here, and weapons ready. Or you can push on this chest plate, which is really where the try me window is, so you can push this button and test out the electronics. The other electronics that he has, which is very cool, I think for a leader class of more than one is really cool, is if you flick this switch where the Autobot symbol is, excuse me, if you flip this latch, and I thought that was so cool. The sound just keeps going and going on and on. It's not going to stop unless you really... Okay. It did stop. I was proven wrong. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. I did not know it will not stop. I just kept on releasing it. Sorry about that. I see. That's pretty cool. I actually like this gimmick. Hasbro was very concerned with putting a gimmick and at the same time not affecting transformation. I think that they did this one beautifully. The other way of activating that gimmick is there is a latch right here which you push down and it will activate that gimmick, which I don't think is very effective. It's okay when you open it, but when it comes time to release it, the thing gets stuck on this latch. I've tried it several times. Yeah, see, it's just, I don't know. I think it's a defect on mine. Maybe this one is a femtosecond slower than this one. I don't know, but it works if you want to. If you're making some, if you want to play with it that way, but it's fine. But I like doing it here, up in front. So that's the electronics. There is another one here. There's a button here, but that's for vehicle mode. But if you want to hear what it is, we'll do that in another video. Okay, finally his weapons. Well, I've shown you the two of the weapons on his arms in the opening pose. You pull the smokestacks, or whatever you call these, exhausts, and it will reveal the Gatling gun and the pulse cannon, I think, here. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Excuse me. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually like that. That's his sort of mech tech gimmick, and also as well as this one. I suppose. Okay, so let's close that. He's got a couple more weapons here. If you open this latch, it will reveal a missile launcher, which will actually fire a okay, it's supposed to fire. Alright, there you go. And the missile stays in even when you close it up. You can actually remove this, and he'll be able to hold it. He'll be able to hold any 5mm weapon with a 5mm handle. You can also remove this and then latch it on here. It's got a handle, as you can see right there. I'm not going to do it now because it's quite difficult for me to put it back on, and I'm not really going to let him hold this puny weapon. I mean, really, he's already got these massive weapons on his arms. I don't think he's going to hold that. And he's got a fourth weapon, which is sort of like a Rambo knife, which I think is a carryover from the Recon Ironhide figure that also has a knife. And he can hold it in his hand, which is pretty cool. This one is cool. Fits him very well. The size is good. It's good size, and you can clip it on or tab it on any which way you want. So, very nice, very cool. Hardly anything wrong with this figure in robot mode. Some quality issues that I did notice, if at all, very, very minor. On my figure, let's start with the joints. This shoulder tab right here, you can see it right there, and this thing tabs into there, is a little bit loose on mine. It just pops off too easily. Also, the ratchet joint on this one is a little bit loose because the rivet isn't as deep as it should be. I guess it's just on my figure. I'm sure in your figure this one's going to be fine. Uh, Also, I did notice, but this is really a design flaw. This knee. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a ball hinge knee. I said it was just a hinge knee. It's a ball hinge knee actually. The thigh swivel is right above the knee. Can bend this much, while this one can only bend this much, and that's because there is a molded piece of plastic right there. See, that really houses this panel, and there's really nothing you can do about it. But it's fine. No big deal. And lastly, paint apps. Spectacular paint apps. Fantastic. There's really nothing I can say about the paint apps except the silver paint here and here. There's going to be a lot of scratches in some figures, and for me, this one was the best one I could find. He didn't have as many. He just has a little, and it's understandable. The try me window is going to be here. People are going to keep trying this button and scratching off the silver, and try to get, if you want to get one with decent paint apps, try to get the ones behind, the ones that are placed or on the shelf, like behind the shelf, and because those are the ones that have been touched the least, I suppose. So anyway, so that's that. That's the robot mode. I'll do another video, part 2, where I transform him and show off the alt mode. I do apologize, but I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it somewhat informative, insightful for many of you who are curious about this figure. Great alt mode. I don't even have to transform him. I'm happy with this robot mode, but he is a transformer, and we'll do that in part 2. This is Dark of the Moon, Transformers Dark of the Moon Leader Class Ironhide. Thanks for watching.